Hey guys, welcome to the Captain Fizz and Mask Guys show. We are joined by Chloe, who has been one of the guests from FanQuest, and yes, it is loud, which is kind of the end of FanQuest. So I guess we'll start off with you just introducing yourself and go from there.
Alright. Hi everybody, my name is Chloe Sanderson. I'm a local cosplayer known as Chloe Sky Cosplay. I've been cosplaying for about 3 or so years now, and I've been loving every minute of it.
What has you have you been enjoying FanQuest, I guess?
It has been amazing. This is my first time as a guest. So this is I couldn't have asked for a more perfect convention to be a first-time guest. The turnout is amazing for a first-year convention. It's just awesome. I'm super honored to be a part of FanQuest for its first year.
So what was your first? What was your start in cosplay? How did you start?
I kind of grew up always pretending to be characters. I watched anime growing up, and that was a huge inspiration. I always wanted to do makeup looks based off of characters, and sometimes I didn't have clothes shirts and stuff that would match the character that I'm trying to look like. So I would make my own, and it just grew from there. I went to my first convention in 2013, and I saw that it was actually a thing that people did, and I knew from that minute that it's what I wanted to do. Yeah.
What has been your inspiration to start, dressing up, doing the cosplay?
It's a little bit of a shout out, but Nomadic Angel cosplay, Katie Murray. I saw her in a Daenerys Targaryen cosplay, I think, from Game of Thrones, and I was from that moment on, I was like, this is something that I need to try out. Yeah, and I guess from this point, it's just been based off of my supporters and stuff. I keep going. I mean, mainly for myself, but mainly for them as well. Yeah.
So how much time, what goes into making your cosplays?
A lot of tears. It really, I'm really not smart when it comes to planning out my costumes and stuff. The two costumes that I was wearing this convention were both made in on their own about a week and a half, and it's just me working on my costumes. Sometimes I have my boyfriend to help me out, but yeah, for that week and a half that I'm working, I rarely sleep. For a week total, I get about maybe 12 hours of sleep, and it's just a lot of Google. Google's my friend. Other cosplayers are my friend.
Yeah, so we are on Facebook Live at the time. For those people who are watching us Facebook Live, Chloe is currently, for the most part, out of costume.
Yeah.
There's a very good reason for that. Her feet were getting sore, and the dudes, they take the footwear off. She more or less had to take off the entire costume. We will post a couple of pictures of your cosplays on our Facebook page.
Okay.
So if people want to go off and check out the wonderful cosplays that you did, they'll certainly be able to on Facebook.
Yeah.
And we'll find pictures on Twitter and post those on our Twitter account as well. So
maybe walk us into actually what you were cosplaying as this weekend.
Oh, for sure. So I had a surprise costume this weekend for Saturday. I decided that I was going to cosplay from Nier Automata. The character is called 2B. Today I cosplayed as Xayah from League of Legends. She's one of the newer champions that just came out. And I cosplayed Xayah. I premiered her at Fan Expo Regina this last month. Yeah, so they're both my newest costumes.
I definitely actually remember seeing the pictures from the Fan Expo in Regina. I have friends of mine who live out there and took a bunch of pictures.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it was a fun convention.
I guess, what has been your greatest cosplay moment?
There's been a few. I have a few up there moments. A kind of general moment that I love is when I wear my Moana cosplay and the kids come up to me thinking I'm Moana. It is the most heartwarming experience ever. Because they come up and they hug me and you can see them pointing at me with their little fingers and it's look, Mom, it's Moana. And it just kind of pushes me to be the most kind of the best me that I could be for the kids, for the people around me. And above that, the creative process is another huge moment for me for costuming. As much as I say that I hate it, the creative process going into a costume is the best thing. That's where I'm at my zen.
Okay, so you've spoken about Moana and a couple of the ones that you've done this weekend. What are some of the other cosplays that you've done?
A few prominent costumes that I've done are from League of Legends and World of Warcraft. I've done a gender bent Illidan Stormrage. I've done a Metamorphosis Night Elf Demon Hunter from World of Warcraft. I've done Sylvanas Windrunner from World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is a huge part of me. I actually have a tattoo from World of Warcraft. There's camera right there. Um, what else have I done? I've been trying to do a lot more Disney family-friendly costumes. That once I had that experience with the kids, I knew that was something that I would really like to include for every con experience that I have. I do a little bit of anime cosplays too. I've recently done Lukoa from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Yeah, just the little pink hat and the horns if you follow my page. Yeah.
Which we will, of course, be posting all that after FanQuest ends for the weekend.
Yeah, unfortunately. I've also done Velma from Scooby-Doo. That's like a fan favorite.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up if you had forgotten. Yeah, I noticed one of the business cards that you were handing out.
Yeah.
So, and I thought that was actually very well done.
Thank you. Yeah, it is probably a fan favorite. One of the main ones that I'm known for.
I had props. So, other than the FanQuest, which is your first time as a guest, what other ones have you attended as just walking around?
As a con-goer?
Yes.
One of my most favorite conventions is Icon. I go to Comic-Con. Last 2 years I've gone to Fan Expo Regina. In 2015 I went to Vancouver actually for Anime Rev. It was a mind-blowing experience. Yeah, it's mainly a lot of local conventions lately. Now that because I've recently kind of just started cosplaying, I've been slowly tasting the other waters. But yeah, I'm hoping next year maybe I can go out to Toronto at some point.
I hear Toronto has a very good one.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm hoping eventually to be going to BlizzCon. Yeah.
It's a big. Our cameraman over here, he was talking about BlizzCon a lot earlier today, so I think you and him would get along famously.
Yeah, we would be good friends. I saw your reactions to my WoW characters that I was naming off. Yeah, I've also done Toronto Whisperwind, which is from WoW as well. Yeah.
Jeez, it's been a long weekend.
I completely agree.
And I gotta say, you and Jay Tanuki really talk very fast.
That's quite all right.
You can tell. I know you both do Twitch as well, so it definitely shows that, which we're not quite prepared for.
I'm so sorry.
No, that is completely on us. This is our first time doing this.
Oh, you guys are doing a great job. I wouldn't have been able to tell.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So, if there was one cosplay that you really want to do but haven't done yet, what would it be?
Oh, there are a few of those. Actually, one of the most cosplays that I'm known for that I haven't even done yet is Mei from Overwatch. So I was supposed to debut her here, but there were some issues with fabrics and stuff because where I'm originally from, there are no fabric stores. So I have to travel 2 hours to the nearest fabric store. But yeah, I'm hopefully going to be getting Mei done in July. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I know you can't. I mean, Jay Tanuki was telling us yesterday that she's got a lot of different ones kind of on the go, and she wasn't able to really tell us about a lot of them because she likes to keep most of them secret until she's had the chance to go off and reveal them.
She is known for that. All the time with the secret cosplays. So if you want me to tell you a few of my upcoming kind of, is that what
if there's a couple that you feel comfortable going off and sharing with us.
No, I have one very off. I don't often do secret cosplays because I'm just so excited while working on it. I love showing work in progress photos of the stuff that I make, so it's kind of hard to do a secret cosplay while also trying to post work in progress photos. But I want to do Raven from Teen Titans. I really want to do. I have a huge list of them, but now that it's come to name them off, as those are gone. I promised myself this year that I really hope that in the next 5 years, I want to cosplay every single Disney princess, every one of them. I want to do different versions of Toronto Whisperwind from World of Warcraft. I'm hoping that for Icon this year, I'll have the Heroes of the Storm Master Sylvanas ready. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm a little crazy, a little ambitious with my costume projects that I pick, but it's really fun.
Definitely nothing wrong with that one.
Yeah.
What has been your greatest experience, not just at FanQuest, but any convention?
Oh my goodness. I guess this one's a little bit. It hit home. It was a little personal. But I was in Vancouver, and a fellow con-goer came up to me because I just went as a con-goer. It wasn't a guest or anything like that. And she told me that her mom and her had a huge connection. They bonded really closely while playing World of Warcraft. and I was cosplaying as Sylvanas from World of Warcraft, and she said that Sylvanas was one of her and her mother's favorite characters, and her mom had recently passed. So she like thanked me for like wearing a character and representing it well, and you know, it like we had a crying moment. Yeah, and it's just like I never would have thought when I first started cosplaying that I would have experiences like that, and especially like again with the kids, I never went into cosplay knowing that I would affect people so much. So it's like it really adds a whole new level to cosplaying, you know, to be able to affect people and to you know to be able to relate to people while in a character's like well dressed up as a character. So that is probably one of my greatest like cosplay moments.
That's a very moving story. Do you have any other questions?
I really don't have.
I have some.
Any? Oh,
I have some more.
okay.
Hit me with them. Hit me with them.
If there was any convention that you could absolutely go to that you haven't been to, which one would it be?
BlizzCon. Yes, yes.
BlizzCon. Yeah.
You didn't even think about it. It's like BlizzCon.
Yeah, for the past 3 years, I've been telling myself this year for BlizzCon, but I'm only 18, so it's kind of weird. Like, I don't want to have to bring one of my parents or bring someone, and I still feel kind of vulnerable going out there alone. So I'm just waiting for the best moment so that it's not like an overwhelming, terrifying experience.
I hear it can be quite terrifying down there.
Yeah.
For all those that are trying to get into cosplay or kind of struggling with it, what would be your piece of advice for them?
Do not wait to get into cosplay. You got to jump right into it, and if you have any questions at all, Google everything. You know, I recently just started cosplaying, so I know exactly how overwhelming it could be to get into it, because it's kind of like a sport. You know, like you have to have all of these tools, and it's a huge time sink, it's a huge money sink. I'm trying to make it sound awful. But it is something that if you want to do it, to absolutely go for it. You know, cosplay doesn't have an age, doesn't have a race, it doesn't have like a sex. You know, if you want to do cosplay, whoever, no matter who you are, you gotta do it. And it's something I think everybody would enjoy. You know, it's something everybody should try, I think, at least.
Very sound advice.
Yeah.
Where can people go to find more about you?
I have a Twitch, I have a Facebook page. I mainly use my Instagram lately. I also have a Twitter, and I have a Snapchat, and it's all pretty much on my business card that I have there. Yeah.
Yes.
I have pretty much all the social medias you can find, I'm probably on it. Except Tumblr.
Yeah, Tumblr's kind of useless. So I guess thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
We're going to wrap it up just because everybody's kind of closing down for the weekend.
Yeah.
So thank you again, and
Sure.
really glad you were at FanQuest for the first time,
Awesome.
especially local.
Yeah, this has been this whole weekend has just been an absolute blast.
Yeah, I couldn't.
And,
go ahead, sorry.
no, it just, I mean, to go off and to be able to be a part of something brand new like this has been just a great experience.
Yeah.
And just, you know, thank you for going on and just adding to the experience that we've had this weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better convention to be a first-time guest at, because like I felt overwhelmed. Yeah, like both days, you know, for the people coming and talking to me, overwhelmed in the best way possible. So I couldn't imagine what it would be like at a bigger convention. I'm hoping that I'll be a part of the experience next year as well, but we'll see how it goes.
I think we're all at that point.
Yeah.
So once again, thank you, and
you guys.
have yourself a great rest of the weekend.
For sure, I absolutely will.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank